The yellow one, I give the name adjective clause baby. The green one, I gave the name adverb clause baby. And the red one, I gave the name noun clause baby. Okay, when we deal with sentence with multiple clauses, we need to refresh our mind first about what is a sentence and what is a clause. Okay, do you still remember? So a clause is one unit of subject and verb. Okay, so it is group of words, but it has only one subject and one verb. It can be part of a sentence. Okay. For example, I study. So it is a clause because it has one subject I and study, one verb, study. Okay. Now, what about sentence? Sentence is actually a group of words, yeah, that has at least one clause and ended with a stopping mark. Okay. Can be a full stop, can be a question mark, can be an exclamation mark, okay? So, when I say, I study, it is a clause, one clause. But when I say, I study, full stop, it is a sentence. The sentence that has only one clause. Or in other words, we call it simple sentence. Because the sentence has only one clause, so it is simple sentence. We regard sentence based on the number of the clause it has, not the words. Even though the sentence is long, but it only has one subject and one verb, it is also a simple sentence. Compare the sentence, yeah, the two sentences here. I study, full stop, with the sentence, I study in the library seriously every day. The first sentence is very short. I study, full stop. The second sentence, I study in the library seriously every day. It is longer. But again, it is still a simple sentence. Why? Because it has only one clause. I study and I study. The rest of the word is not important. It is regarded as complement. We just count the clause or the unit of subject and verb. Okay? Now, what about sentence with multiple clauses? Sentence with multiple. The word multiple means more than one. It can be two, it can be three, it can be more. Okay? So, sentence with multiple clauses means the sentence, a group of words and ended with full stop, has more than one clause. Can be two clauses, can be three clauses. That's what we are going to discuss in this meeting. Now, how many kinds of sentences with multiple clauses are there in English? Actually, there are two big group of sentences with multiple clauses. The first is called compound sentence. The second is called complex sentence. What are compound sentences and what are complex sentences? So we will discuss it separately. Okay, now let's talk about compound sentence first. Okay, in this sentence, it has at least two independent clauses. What is two independent clauses? The clause that can stand by itself. Independent means free, can stand by itself. Okay, at least two. And then they are combined by a certain bridge or words that functioning as a bridge to combine them. Something like conjunction, yeah, coordinate conjunction or conjunctive adverbs. Imagine when you come to a bridge. So, you are standing in this side of the road and then there is a bridge that connects the edge of the road and then there is another edge of the road. Okay, when the bridge is gone, so this road and that road can stand by itself, just like a compound sentence. It has two independent clauses. This road is one independent clause, and that road over there is another independent clause. And the bridge is actually combining the two edges of the road. So that is called compound sentence. What you need to remember, or when you try to recognize this type of sentence, is the bridge words. Yeah, in this case, the coordinate conjunctions and the conjunctive adverbs. Actually, it can be memorized. Yeah, when you recognize the conjunction and the conjunctive adverbs, so you can judge that this sentence is a compound sentence. And when you omit the conjunction, they can stand by themselves because they are independent. Okay, take a look at the example. The sentence say, "You are going to stay here, but I prefer to go." So there are two elements of this sentence. Yeah, you are going to stay here. One element, I prefer to go. Another element, and it is combined by the word but. So the word but here is actually the bridge word. It is called coordinate conjunctions. And take a look at another example. You are going to stay here, semicolon, yeah. However, comma, I prefer to go. So this word, however, is actually another bridge word, which is called conjunctive adverbs. Okay, the functions are the same. They are functioning as the bridge to combine the separate elements of the sentence. But this is a kind of our variation in producing the sentence. You can say either you are going to stay here, but I prefer to go, or you can use another way by saying you are going to stay here, however, I prefer to go. That's the same thing, and both are compound sentence. What you need to remember is actually the bridge word. Okay, these are the example of the bridge word, the coordinate conjunction. Okay, I believe you are familiar with the word and then the word or, but, so, yet. They are actually the bridge word, which is called coordinate conjunction. And then another bridge word, yeah, it is called conjunctive adverb. The word has certain function. Something like meanwhile, in the meantime, is showing the time connection. For example, I am standing here. Meanwhile, you are sitting there. So the sentence have two elements, and then it is combined by the word meanwhile. Okay. Other example, the word moreover, furthermore, besides. Okay. This conjunctive adverb is functioning to add information. Okay. For example, English is important in this era. Furthermore, you can get more income by mastering English. So the first information is English is important in this era, and then you add another information that by mastering English, you can get more income, something like that. Okay. Other conjunctive adverb like the word however, nevertheless, nonetheless, it shows contrast. Just the same meaning as but, okay? But we use variation. And then the word therefore, consequently, thus, it shows result. Well, that was about the compound sentence. In order to remember it easily, just imagine the bridge, yeah, to combine one side of the road with the other side of the road. So the two roads are the two independent clauses, and the bridge are the coordinate conjunction or the conjunctive adverb words, so that it will make up the compound sentence. Okay, now let's talk about complex sentence. Okay, actually complex sentence consists of three types, and To help you understand easily, I'm going to take analogy for this. Okay. Supposing that I am a mother. I am an adult. I can stand by myself. I can go anywhere freely because I am independent. Okay. And I have 3 babies. Yeah, I have triplet babies. They are still small. They are weak. They are dependent on me. They cannot go anywhere they like by themselves. They need my support to go anywhere. Okay. Let's say that these 3 colored pens are my babies. Okay. The yellow one, I give the name adjective clause baby. The green one, I give the name adverb clause baby. And the red one, I give the name noun clause baby. So they are my triplet babies. I am the mother. I am independent clause. And they are the baby. They are adjective clause, adverb clause, and noun clause. They are dependent. They are highly relying on me. They cannot go anywhere. They need my support whenever they want to go anywhere. So let's say I will go with my first baby, mother, and adjective clause. I will go with my second baby, mother, and adverb clause. And then I will go with my third baby, mother, and baby, noun clause. But because they are triplets, I need something to make them different. So I need, let's just say selendang or gendongan, you see, baby carrier. Okay. So whenever I will go with my adjective clause baby, I will carry the baby with the yellow baby carrier or baby clothes, gendongan bayi, okay, the yellow one. And then when I go with my second baby, adverb clause, I will carry my adverb clause baby with the green carrier, baby carrier. And when I go with my third baby, the noun clause baby, I will hold this baby with the red baby carrier or the red gendongan. Okay? Can you figure out now? So I, as the mother, represents the main clause. Independent. Free, can go anywhere. And the baby, the babies represent the dependent clause or subordinate clause. Subordinate means lower, okay, because it cannot stand by itself. Complex sentence consists of 3 types. Complex sentence with adjective clause subordinate, mother and baby adjective clause with the yellow baby carrier, okay, and then complex sentence with the adverb clause subordinate, and then complex sentence with the noun clause subordinate. Let's see them one by one. Okay, now let's talk about the complex sentence with the subordinate clause adjective clause or the yellow baby. Okay, now for example, the sentence is the students whom I teach are all adults. The students whom I teach are all adults. This sentence actually has a mother clause or main clause and a baby clause subordinate clause, which is from adjective clause. How can you recognize that this is an adjective clause baby or subordinate? It's easy. You just try to remember the connectors, okay? So this is the connector, okay? So the word who, that, whom, that, which, that, whose, and where, and when can be the signal or the relative pronoun or the subordinate connector between a main clause and a baby clause, okay, or the adjective clause. For example, I like the girl who is wearing pink hijab. I like the girl who is wearing pink hijab. So this sentence consists of two elements. The first is the main clause or the mother clause. I like the girl. Okay. And then it also has the subordinate clause. Who is wearing pink hijab? It is the subordinate clause, adjective clause. And the second type of complex sentence is the complex sentence with the baby adverb clause. How can we distinguish, or how can we recognize that the sentence is a complex sentence with adverb clause? By recognizing the connectors, okay? So words like before, after, while, when, then, because, yeah, since, so that, although, even though. Actually, they are the connector for adverb clause. So from the sentence, before we start the class, we pray first. There you can see the word before. So this is actually the adverb clause. And we pray first is the main clause or the mother clause. Okay. Now, what about the last type? The non-clause subordinate. Okay. So for the non-clause subordinate, we try to see the connector. The connector here are something like who, whoever, what, whatever, when, whenever, yeah, whom, whomever, if, whether, that. So these are actually the connector between a mother clause or main clause with the baby clause, which is the noun clause. For example, I believe that I can fly. Let's take the sentence from the title of the song. I believe that I can fly. So the sentence consists of two elements, yeah. The mother clause, I believe. And then the baby clause, that I can fly. The word that is actually the connector. Okay. I believe that I can fly. Okay. So those are the explanation about sentence with multiple clauses, especially the complex sentence. Okay, for the conclusion, today we have discussed about sentence with multiple clauses. Multiple clauses meaning that the sentence has at least two clauses. Okay, and there are two big types of sentence with multiple clauses. The first is compound sentence. When you hear the word compound, just remember the bridge. Okay, so the sentence has two clauses and the clauses are both independent, just like the two roads combined by the bridge. Okay, and the bridge is actually represented by the coordinate conjunction or the conjunctive adverbs. And then the other type of sentence with multiple clauses is called complex sentence. Okay, it is called complex because it has two different elements. Unlike the compound sentence, complex sentence has two different elements, which is called the main clause, yeah, the upper level, just like the mother, and the subordinate clause, the lower level. So the main clause is independent, it is free, while the dependent clause or the subordinate clause is not free, just like a baby. They need to be attached to the mother or the main clause wherever they go. And there are some linking or some subordinate conjunction that you need to remember, as the characteristic of the different type of subordinate clause, yeah. So you need to remember the different type of connectors to show the different type of subordinate clauses. Either it is main clause with the adjective clause, or main clause with the adverb clause, or main clause with the noun clause. Okay, I think that is enough. And for the exercise, once again, you can do that on Spada. I have already designed a time practice for this topic, yeah. So remember that in TOEFL structure and written expression, you need to do 40 questions in only 25 minutes. So the time practice here is designed in such a way that it can condition you and adjust your speed when doing this grammar test. Okay, I think that will be enough. Thank you very much for your attention. Goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih sudah menyaksikan video pembelajaran ini. Jangan lupa like, komen dan subscribe, serta nyalakan tanda loncengnya agar kalian tidak ketinggalan informasi update lainnya. I hate